All right, what up, world? It's your boy Team Brian James. Got my man Philly Guy in the building. Boy T. Lou in the building. We're going to get started talking about these ratings today. Talk about other things that's going on in the NFL. And get into this WCNPL draft. A lot of news, a lot of moves going down. So we're going to be talking about that. Be sure to visit MaddenUnderground.com. Follow us on Twitter at UgMadden. Follow us on Facebook at Madden Underground. YouTube, same link. And that's it. What up, fellas? How y'all doing, man? Y'all good?
Good. Just chilling on Friday, man.
Oh, yeah. It's a Friday night, man. There's nothing better to do than talk about Madden. What better night to talk about Madden?
Can I tell a long story?
No, man. We ain't
tell a long story right quick.
Nope. We ain't listening to
my goodness.
He was about to tell his date story. We ain't got time for it. We're talking about these ratings, bro.
No. That was last week. No, I wasn't gonna talk about that. I was gonna talk about something completely different.
No, we're not talking about that either. Let's get into this AFC East, man. I know that's your favorite division, Philly. Took a lot of
you know it is.
Took a lot of L's in that division, Philly.
Okay, so let's talk about this division right now.
AFC East,
man. He bringing up old news right now.
I don't know if everybody can.
We talking about a new game. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have my Jets. I had to play with the Dolphins. For those of you that don't know what he's talking about, but that's completely irrelevant.
Oh, definitely.
It is.
Well, look,
this year. Go ahead, talk about it.
all right, look. We're gonna get into these Patriots because they got the highest rating in that division, 91 overall. Do they got that? I think they got the highest rating in the AFC.
Well, they won the Super Bowl.
They did win the Super Bowl, but
they did win the Super Bowl. So
and they do got
that makes sense.
Yeah, that would make sense. All right, so look, Super Bowl champs. They got Gronk 99 overall, Tom Brady 97, LeGarrette Blount 80 overall, Jonas Gray 72 overall, Julian Edelman 89, Brandon LaFell 83, Danny Amendola 79, McCourty 94 overall, Hightower 93. That defense is low key kind of nice. Outside of the corners. I don't like the corners, but you know.
Well, my thing is, as long as you get some pressure, you got a solid front seven.
Yeah, that's true.
You've seen it before. I mean, hell, the Patriots had Troy Brown play cornerback one time.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, but that's in real life. I mean, we're talking about on the game. It's not like the Patriots are a team, where you just hike the ball and you throw and you just do whatever. I mean, you got to know what you're doing out there because they don't really have any deep threats. And everybody's gonna key off of Gronk. So if you run a vertical passing game, I just don't think that's the team for you. And most of these cats, that's what they do.
True.
They play games.
Because, I mean, you do have to know your personnel.
Yes, you do.
You got to run a lot of packages.
Hey,
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so
Patriots.
Yeah, I like the Patriots. They got a good squad. Let's talk about these Dolphins now. Miami Dolphins.
I like what I see from them. I just don't know what the offensive line is really capable of. Like that to me is like kind of like the weak link.
Well, I can tell you, T. Lou, because I played with them all last year. That is definitely their weak link is the offensive line.
And I know that they want to make Tannehill, like the man, but I'm still. The jury to me is kind of still out on him. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he could play, but he's a converted wide receiver. The guy just, I don't know. I don't know if I really saw enough to make me go, oh, this guy's like a top 10 quarterback. Out of 32, he's like in the 20s to me.
Who?
I mean, he's like a poor man's Aaron Rodgers. He's not anything special.
Wait,
mobile.
Wait, you comparing Ryan Tannehill to Aaron Rodgers?
No. I said he's like a poor man's Aaron Rodgers.
I'm comparing Ryan Tannehill to Jake Locker. They're the exact same quarterback with different. They got better. He just has better personnel in Miami.
I can see. Yeah, that's to me is more a better comparison than Aaron Rodgers for sure.
Yeah, because I'm like I don't see the upside too. Well, Tannehill has a lot of upside to him. He has a good arm, He has a decent arm. He has good arm strength. I give him that.
Now he does.
No,
He didn't starting off last year.
No, I'm saying, but like I said, I've seen him throw the ball. He throws the ball. He got good velocity on the throws. As far as that secondary, I like their secondary. I like the Dolphins secondary with Grimes and
I like the Dolphins secondary.
They got a good D line. The linebacking core, I'm not too.
Seven is nice.
Yeah, they got a decent linebacking core. It's more so about the D line. The D line is what sets it off, though.
Really?
So
Yeah, I mean they're good. You know, they're really good on one half of the ball, and then they're, you know, average at best on the other half of the ball. But again, the offensive line is the issue. That is their one weak spot, because you can't. Again, you know, it's another team. You can't expect to be going vertical. That's just not the type of team they have. They just don't have that type of offense. Lamar Miller's fast, but you know, you got to get him to the edge. You got to get him out of space. You're not going to be doing a power run game. That's not going to happen. So when teams take away the outside, you know, they might struggle a little bit.
yeah, they gonna struggle. They're gonna struggle a little. They're gonna struggle a lot. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I like the Dolphins. I think they got a whole lot better on offense. They already had a running back. They got a decent quarterback. They got Jordan Cameron.
Yeah, well, no, they upgraded. Don't get me wrong. Cameron is an upgrade over Clay, and then they traded for Stills from New Orleans.
They got Greg Jennings.
I thought New Orleans was gonna give him up.
Greg Jennings, Devontae Parker.
They got.
So I'm like, they got a
Greg he's taking the Heartline spot, that possession receiver underneath and whatnot. So.
But he's faster though. It's a difference between speed and you know. I feel like Greg Jennings is a better receiver.
Greg?
Yeah, I think he's a better receiver than Hardline. I'm saying like Madden wise.
I do. I mean, I agree with that, but yeah, they definitely. I mean, they're better than they were last year.
Oh, definitely, way better.
And yeah, I think yeah, Stills is a great deep threat. You know, he's a young talent. But yeah, their offensive line. I mean, that's what you got to put a lot of work into it. Is to making sure that they, you know, are you going to hit them with short passes, and are you going to run the ball? Like, you really got to figure that out, because they don't have the strength. And in that division, the Bills and the Jets, you know, you're going to have to be able to run the ball.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I see that being tough.
I
don't know.
I'm saying, for instance, all right, we got the Bills. We talked about the Dolphins, we talked about the Patriots. Let's go into the Bills, man. The Bills are actually 79 overall, which was better than I thought they was gonna actually rate them. I thought they would have rated them like 77, 78. It's closer to the 80, so that means that once they figure out what quarterback they're gonna have, they'll upgrade them probably after the preseason, put them over to probably an even 80. But I think the only position that they're lacking at is the quarterback position.
Exactly. So they're just like the Broncos for the most part.
They had the
whole team. Yeah, they had the whole team just built around. But I mean, where the Broncos don't have a mobile quarterback, you know, the Bills do have a mobile quarterback. But they have the talent, you know. So for connected franchise, you know, again, that's what you get. You get a ready-made team with one position. Maybe you can win, you know, some during the season, but more than likely, you're probably going to draft a quarterback, or you know, you're going to try to trade at least for a quarterback that can lead that team to victory. But Madden-wise, I mean, I like the Bills a lot.
I like the Bills a lot. I like the Bills a lot. What about you, T. Lou?
I think the Bills they're gonna be tough. They got them rated kind of low, but I think it's a sneaky rating.
Yeah, I think this real sneaky.
I think that they got a lot of weapons. Just maybe that's based off of who they got at the helm. I know they got Matt Castle in camp still, but I like if it's me running the team, I'm running with Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor. That's a good pickup. You know, I still like EJ Manuel, man, because he gonna come with throw power, and I think that's especially in the connected franchise, that's the hardest thing to build up. Is the throw power. So unless you just playing, you got a league of chumps and you killing everybody and you getting a bunch of XP. But I think this year XP won't come as easy, especially in maybe, you know, if you got a tough connected franchise. But I think by having a quarterback like EJ Manuel with his throwing power, I think he'll be more effective. opposed to Tyrod. I don't know. But Tyrod Taylor was like 87 throw power last year, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But both of you making the same point though, is if the rest of the team is ready to go, then all you're going to be doing during the preseason, and who knows how long during the season, you're just going to be putting your prep hours into the quarterback.
Oh yeah.
To get his accuracy up. I mean, and then he's ready to go, because you don't really need to put any prep hours into the rest of the team. They pretty much ready to go.
You sure?
So,
are you sure?
well, I mean, their defensive line is phenomenal. There's no question about that. And then their secondary is solid, and then they have they got a lot of weapons on offense. They have multiple running backs. Fred Jackson, LaShawn McCoy. They got Percy Harvin. So I mean, they have a lot of talent at the skill position.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
And that's what I'm saying. And defensively, they're monsters. They are monsters defensively. So
I just know that front seven is just treacherous, So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you just build up the quarterback.
You can run a 3-4 or 4-3 with the Bills, man.
Exactly. Like he said, they sneaky. They're sneaky 79, because a lot of that is based off of the quarterback position.
That's okay. So
like I said, I like them a lot.
All right, that brings us to our next question then. The New York Jets. Do you think that they're also a sneaky team because of the quarterback situation, or is it something to be concerned about with the Jets right there because of that low 76 rating, which is still passing grade? They're not in the 60s, but or not 72.
Drop down to the 24. I think if people pass on them and you just let them fall to the 24th spot in the WCMPL draft, I think that's probably right about where they should be. I think they should be, available at the 24th pick.
But this is what you got to realize, though.
WCMPL draft.
This is what you got to realize. All right, like okay, the offense is a huge concern. That's the concern about the team right now. But you got to look at it. You got Brandon Marshall, who's 89 overall. You got Eric Decker, who's 86 overall, and then I'm sure what's the rookie they drafted receiver?
Who, Devin Smith out of Ohio State?
Yeah. I'm thinking he'll be like mid to late 70s. So
well, he's a deep threat. So Curly's going to start in the slot, but you have two 6'3" receivers. Decker solid, Marshall solid. You got a left tackle in Ferguson. You got center in Mangold. The guard play and the other right tackle, that's suspect. But you got a lot of running backs.
Yeah. Hey, what up?
A lot of power backs.
What up, Jason, man? I saw you. I think you registered on the Madden Underground a couple of days ago. I seen him, and he played. I think he participated in the mock draft competition too. The draft is Sunday, so make sure you tune in here live at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You'll be able to find out if you won the free copy of Madden through the mock draft that you registered and signed up for. But yeah, you got good receivers, big receivers, but that defense is lights out. It looks like a lights out defense, especially according to Madden standards.
According to real life standards, I mean, they just posted that D. Milner's gonna be out for like 6 to 8 weeks.
I forgot. Hey, that's the crazy part about it. They got Revis, Cromartie, Scrine. I forgot about D. Milner because they got what's the name, Gilhurst or Gilchrist or whatever the name is for the Chargers.
Right, for the safety position.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got him, and then they got Pryor, right?
Yeah. Well, Pryor's moving back to his slot. Well, they picked up two safeties, and so because Todd Bowles likes to run a lot of 3 safety sets. But I mean, their secondary, D. Milner. First of all, he was supposed to be a starting outside corner. Now the only thing he can pretty much do is play the slot because Revis and Cromartie aren't coming inside. But on Madden, that's a whole different thing. So you got Scrine though, and like I said, you got D. Milner. He's gonna be healthy in Madden. So their defense is it should be lights out because they got a front four, and then they just added the young man from USC. So and they added a linebacker that can rush the passer. So I mean they are definitely by far. One of the top defenses. I mean, they're on that Seattle level just because of, their front seven and their secondary. They just really don't have any weaknesses. So, yeah. But again, you gotta put points on the boards.
That's the only thing I think that's why the Raiders slows. The simple fact the quarterback position isn't that, and they don't really have a solid running back. They don't have a high caliber running back, a top tier running back, I should say. But I think they're a good team. I think they're a good team.
They do. They don't have the line for it though.
What a Big 12?
They don't have the line for it. They got
The Jets?
two good. The Jets, yeah, they have the center and the the left tackle, but they don't really have anybody at the guards or the right tackle position. So their offense is rated. Their overall team. I think you touched on this before, Brian, when you talked about how their offense must be pretty anemic if their defense is as spectacular as it is. So. They're probably like a 90.
No, and that's the crazy
like
part.
60-something offense.
Because I'm looking at that's why I said I'm a huge Titan fan, and I can't drum up the courage to take the Titans in the league for some reason because of the simple fact that I'm like they're a 72 overall. From what I've seen so far, they're the lowest rated team on the game. They're lower than the Jaguars, So that's why I'm like, if I just can't. We'll get to them though. Let's talk about the Steelers right now.
They're lower than the Raiders.
They're lower than the Raiders too. Let's talk about the Steelers right now. They're 84 overall. We know what they have on offense. They got the big three. They got Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, and Big Ben. That's a good combination of players right there. And then you also have to help out Antonio Brown. You got Martavis Bryant and Marcus Wheaton. At the receiver spot. So that's a good offense right there. I feel like they didn't really say too much about the O-line, and based on those players, they should be a 90 overall team. But I feel like that O-line and that secondary is going to be the downside to that team. I think they got an 84 because of the high ratings at all the skill positions as far as on offense to the quarterback. What up, Silk?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Their offense was explosive, but they have questions, defensively because Troy Polamalu retired. So, they lost something at the strong safety position, but they did trade for the Eagles corner, and that wasn't factored in. But again, they're still, they're almost an 85 rated team, and they might get bumped up a little bit when the final game drops. But make no question about it, this team was explosive, during the regular season. So, there's no question about it. For their division, it's going to be tough. You still got the Bengals to play, and you still got the Ravens to play. But overall, like league-wise, they're definitely a good team. Definitely a good team.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's talk about these Bengals, man. Let's talk about these Bengals. I like Tua too, by the way, on the Steelers. Let's talk about these Bengals, man. Because a lot of people are sleeping on the Bengals. This is a team that I think is a sneaky team.
A lot of talent.
They got too much talent.
A lot of talent.
They got too much talent. I think Tyler Eifert is baby Gronk. That's just my opinion. I just feel like he's a big tight end with a little bit of speed, enough speed, and he has all the intangibles. He has good jumping based on this year. Madden 15 had good jumping. You could actually put him out there at the receiver spot and cause a mismatch with smaller corners, But I think that the Bengals are a sleeper team. They got a good O-line. They have a great O-line. They got a decent quarterback. They got a sweet backfield. I love their backfield, man. I like Giovanni Bernard and Jeremy Hill together.
1-2 punch.
Yeah, Jeremy Hill together. So I'm like, and then you got AJ Green, Marvin Jones, and then Mohamed Sanu. That's a good squad. That's a really good squad. So I don't know. And then on top of that,
all three teams did well though.
They did well
last season. So
he's a Chad Ochocinco. I personally feel like the Bengals are probably one of the better teams. They could actually be rated higher. I just think they secondary. It's kind of like on the iffy side, But the D line, the linebackers, is just the secondary. You got Drake Kirkpatrick, but he's 77 overall, and they featured him like he was the premier corner. So that tells you that the corner in the secondary is not going to be that good. So,
but going back to T-Lou's point with some of these teams, their overall rating may not be solid, but they may be scheme players.
No.
They fit in that scheme.
They might.
So,
they may fit, but you got it.
The Bengals won the division last year, right? Didn't they win the division last year?
I believe so.
I thought the Ravens did.
I remember all three of them went to the playoffs. But
Yeah, but I think the Bengals got it. But I could be wrong.
I think the Bengals did get it.
I just think this year's game, you have to, the coach, you're going to really have to coach and know your personnel. It's not like you're just playing a ranked or unranked game. You're going to have to really get deep into your team and figure out the strengths and the weaknesses. I mean, that's the feel that I'm getting.
Now you can't just pick up a team and automatically assume. Like, people are talking about, like I saw Big Twin talking about hitting like the ratings from this year, but I feel like the ratings this year probably are more realistic than any other year, because guys in the NFL, they're fast, but there's rarely you have blazing fast guys. Like, the guys that you consider fast, that are fast on man, they're not really fast guys. Like, Revis isn't really a fast guy.
nope, not.
Richard Sherman isn't fast at all. He ran a 4.6. He ran a mid 4.6 coming out of Stanford. It was just his height and his run skills and his smartness. You know, his brains that got him.
That and his coach.
Yeah, and his coach as well. You know, and it was like, Pete Carroll knew what he was capable of because he played against them in the pack. You know, in the pack. So if I'm like, if with that being said, You can't base the ratings on what you think players should be because of the simple fact that, okay, they were fast last year, why are they slow this year? Because they're trying to make the game more realistic. You can't give Richard Sherman 90 speed, especially with the connected franchise this year, giving you 40 times. So if a dude come in running a 4.2, a 4.4, and he's rated 90, and it's like, well, Richard Sherman ran a 4.6. Why would this guy a rookie come into the league with the same speed as Richard Sherman? And he ran a faster 40 times than him. You know.
Right.
I agree. Yeah, the overall, again, but it's, if you're gonna have Revis and you're gonna have Sherman, right, with their combine times, then there needs to be when I say considerable, there needs to be a considerable difference with their coverage skills, their awareness.
No. I think
compared to the receivers that they lined up against.
I think that's where it comes into play at, because they gave certain corners more strength. They gave certain corners more press this year. So I think press will be essential. You know, if you didn't know how to super press on Madden 15, press was kind of like, it didn't really matter because, it wasn't really effective because you had unbumpable routes. But if you know how to super press, then okay, you were able to cover that. But this year, I feel like it'll be a little bit more realistic. I think the ratings are a little bit more realistic. Like Marshawn Lynch was in the 90s last year with speed. How many times have you seen Marshawn Lynch get walked down? He might, like, even in that big Saints run he had, the historic Saints run that he had, he broke away from all those players, but he got walked down. He just straight armed everybody that came close to him, and he kept running to the end zone because they couldn't tackle him. But he got walked. I seen him straight arm a guy. The guy fall down to the ground, get back up, and chase him down 10 yards down the field, and then get straight armed again. That's just my opinion. But yeah, it's just, I think they're trying to make the game a little bit more realistic so that the players can, so that you got a more realistic game. It's supposed to be like a simulation football game, so they're trying to make it more realistic. So. But yeah, let's get into these Ravens, man. Let's talk about these Ravens a little bit. Let's talk about these Ravens.
Well, again, some of these teams, I get it. Like you said, it's a simulation football. I get that. But at the end of the day, 90% of Madden players throw the rock. That's what they're all about. They're all about throwing the rock. So there's certain teams that are good at throwing the ball, and certain teams that are good at stopping the pass. So, when you talk about the Ravens, the Ravens they got Joe Flacco. He won a Super Bowl. So, he's a vertical kind of guy. He can go vertical. He's got throwing power. You know this. And he's a Super Bowl champ. So, he's probably got an intangible thing going for him there. They like running the 2-win tight end sets. They don't have Ray Rice, but they still got a nice running back. And then their defense. They've always been known for defense. I mean, Ozzie has been great at drafting defensive players. And they got a young linebacking core. and it's a team that's built. It's a team that's built to compete in this division, and the way that the Steelers and the Ravens went at it last year,
He said, wait.
that's
And
what it is.
no, I'm saying this. Big Twin just said in his mind that the Browns have the best secondary in NFL, and I don't know how you could even fix your mouth to say that when you don't. Who do you?
in the NFL?
Who, like, aside from Joe Hayden, Justin Gilbert hasn't even panned out. They asked him, does he feel like he's the most a lock for the starting job? And he said, well, I don't know. We'll just have to see how it plays out. That lets you know where his mind is. You know what I mean? Like, he don't.
Dante Whitner is old.
Old, you know. So,
Well, Big
I still
Twin
like
might
him,
be
though.
playing mutt right now
But I don't say
because
the best.
there is no way in the world that Cleveland secondary is better.
they're a good second. They're a good secondary. They're a good secondary, but they're not better than Seattle or the Jets.
They are tough.
I don't even think they got a better secondary than the Chiefs right now. Chiefs low key got a sneaky defense.
Chiefs are tough.
Yeah, so but let's
Minus Eric
Chiefs
Berry,
are
though.
tough.
If you can get Eric
The
Berry
Broncos
back,
are tough.
that'll solidify it.
No, he's back. He's back. He's back. He's back.
Yeah,
He did?
playing.
Yeah, he's back. He said he's cleared to play. He's playing. He's practicing everything. So yeah,
So yeah,
He
but I
can
mean,
return
but the
the
Browns,
form.
the Browns. Look, the Browns defensively, the Browns are good, and the Browns had weapons, but they let Cameron go. And Manziel is not the answer quarterback.
Hey, Manziel, I commend Manziel on trying to clean up his image and everything. And I thought he was gonna pan out to be something decent, but so far
I don't know
he's
why.
the best. I just feel like
Well,
he needs to go to another
This is
team.
the business side
He
of things.
needs to go to another
I don't
team.
know. Maybe the league might just be a little bit bigger for him than he expected.
Hey, I see.
Right, and that's okay. It's the best
Some
of the
players
best.
blossom differently, yeah.
Right. Their
Players come in and wreck it.
their game is built for the pros, and I never thought his game was built for the pros. I mean, the pro style offense quarterbacks, the reason why they have success is because they're not gimmicks. The whole NFL is based off of those type of offenses. So when you get a Kaepernick that comes in, and he's running pistol, he's not going to be sacrificing his body like he did in college.
No, but
It's just not going to happen.
there's more money on the line.
It's completely different.
Like on First Take, there's
More money on the line.
Well,
Everybody's bigger, faster, stronger.
On First Take, they were talking about how Jay Cutler, he only performs when he has contract years, and like when he performed when he was in college at Vanderbilt, they were saying that his best year, he had a great year at Vanderbilt, his rookie year coming out, and then after that he didn't do nothing. He was just playing for contracts. So, I think a lot of quarterbacks are like that. They play when it's necessary, and then other times they just slack off because they got the money now, But
see, that's what I'm saying. When you have, and I've always liked Aaron Rodgers, but when you have guys that are competitive, to me,
Tebow,
get your money and get what you can when you don't get it.
he said,
That competitive nature to me is everything because that separates the winners and the losers.
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you can get paid, but you don't want to be on a losing team.
No, nobody wants to be on a losing team.
You don't get any respect, any endorsements,
But
none
I
of that.
think-
People calling you a bum.
I think
Nah.
at the end of the day, though, once you get that, maybe you get that second contract, you become a little bit more realistic with yourself with regards to if you think you even really have a shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People realize, hey, I'm probably not gonna make it on some superstar team. I'm probably not gonna have a chance at the ring. So let me just get all the money I can, because this game, nothing's promised.
That's when the greed sets in.
And I do think some people start thinking that, like, you know what, I'm good enough to get this next contract.
Hey, I'm
That's
looking
it.
at the Ravens defense though. Them linebackers, bro. Like, come on, man.
Ravens
Suss,
defense is tough.
93 overall. Daryl Smith, 90 overall. C.J. Mosley, 88 overall. Elvis Dumerville, yeah. Will Hill, 88 overall. Then they got Jimmy Smith on the other side.
T Sizzle. They got T Sizzle. So
Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
again, that is again those ratings are good for their division, and you have to look at the division. You got to look in and then out first. They got to play the Steelers twice, they got to play the Bengals twice, and they got to play the Browns twice. So, those are going to be six very competitive games.
Hey, if the Ravens is sitting there in the draft this weekend, I'm taking the Ravens, bro. Because look at that linebacking core alone is gonna make plays.
Christ.
Well,
Yeah.
luckily
They
in
won't be, don't worry.
24, I get to pick my division, so
That's a positive way of looking at things. But
well, it's a realistic way of looking at it too, because you got to imagine that you're gonna have 3 pretty good coaches coaching the Bengals, the Ravens, and the Steelers.
I think the Browns.
Why are you assuming that though?
Yeah, I think
because these are good teams.
Really good coaches.
They're not going to fall.
We've seen seen coaches with good teams fuck everything off. So I mean, excuse my French, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
right.
Let's be honest.
But how many teams are we talking about? I mean, realistically, how many teams is that going to be a case? I mean, yeah, you're going to have somebody, draft their favorite team, and that's going to, give other people that have lower draft picks an opportunity to get a good team. But at the same time, when we look at the draft, not talking about all the moves and changes that have happened right now, the top eight guys, are some of the best 8 guys in the league. So even if they do move back, they probably factored in the fact that somebody's going to take a Tampa Bay or Oakland Raiders team, and they kind of know, what, I'm going to get a draft pick, and I'm going to get my team. There's strategy that goes into it, but I just can't see anybody getting Seattle that's not going to be very good, or Green Bay that's not going to be very good.
I think we're still thinking that some of these good teams, though, or
players
help when I really think that you have to coach.
You still gotta play, man.
Maybe some assistants. You still gotta play.
You still gotta play, man. So
and is this Madden gonna be the Madden for everybody? You know what I'm saying? Like these
but you're still gonna get love. You're still gonna get some love, though.
Yeah.
You get team love, but
we just don't know what kind.
Yeah. You don't know because having said he went to E3 and he didn't get no fumbles. So like he said I didn't get not one fumble. And I played like 10 games at E3. So I'm like, come on, man. If you play 10, 11 games at E3 and you don't get no fumbles in none of the games, and you were playing with the top tier teams,
and he's just playing a beta build.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Beta build.
True.
With not real updated rosters, or even taking it a step further, a connected franchise roster where, some of your players are souped up. So there's going to be some things that we just haven't seen that are going to start to come out the more we play.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I do agree.
Get a hold of some of their websites.
Let's talk about
some of these, the penalties though. Think about that.
Yeah, penalties. You have teams with less awareness of the players
and everything else. No. I'm talking about like pass interference and all the other stuff that wasn't in last year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Madden 15.
That's true. Yeah, they were playing on pro. That's a good thing to keep in mind. All right, let's talk about these Browns, man.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny Manziel, we know they got him. Josh McCown, it's whatever. They picked up Dwayne Bowe, which is a good pickup. Andrew Hawkins, Mr. Footwork himself, is that's a good receiver to have on your team in the slot. You got Brian Hartline, a big target. Isaiah Crowell, Terrence West at the running back, Duke Johnson at the running back position, and you got Danny Shelton in the middle. That's a good pickup, Washington alum. Desmond Bryant, 79 overall. I don't see nothing really jumping out at me outside of the middle linebacker, Joe Hayden and Dante Hittner, aka Whitner. I don't see anything else jumping out at me. Cameron's on the Dolphins. He's like, and you call yourself.
Defense is solid.
No, and you call yourself a Browns fan? Was that you that said you were a Brown? I think you said you was a 49er fan. But if you call yourself a Browns fan, you didn't know Jordan Cameron was on the Dolphins, then you should fire yourself.
Yep, pretty much. But they're going. It sounds to me like they're going with the spread. I know, in their division they need to do some things with the tight end and run the ball, but. If you let Cam go, and I know he was injured a lot. Maybe they run more 4 wide, and maybe some more spread sets. Maybe they are going to build an offense around Johnny Manziel or just spread things out a little bit, and stop trying to run the ball against the Steelers and the Ravens and the Bengals. Maybe just try to air it out a little bit. It is a passing league. They got more receivers. Hartline is solid. Bowe is, solid, and you still got Gordon. So I don't know. I mean, again, this might be another sneaky team. It's just gonna come down to how you play with them.
I think so too.
Their strengths.
Let's talk about these Colts, man. Colts 87 overall.
Oh man.
All right, this is a team I wanted to talk about because this is a team I'm looking to get. You know, I doubt I get them, but you know, I like this team a lot. I like this team a whole lot.
Colts gonna be a problem.
Now look, let's talk about Andrew Luck. You know, for one week they let you know that he was mobile. He's a mobile quarterback. He has good throwing power. He's accurate as hell. He has receivers like T.Y. Hilton, 89 overall. He just newly acquired Andre Johnson, who's gonna be, you know, he's gonna be who he is. Then you got
you got
the receiver on the come up, Dante Moncrief. You know, he's a big target, fast, elusive. You know. And then on top of that,
that's 2 burners to me is defense.
Then on top of that, then you pick up Philip Dorsett, who from Miami. He's just stupid fast. You know what I mean? So like
the burner.
Yeah, but wait. See, you built all that up. Ball. You built all that up, and how you gonna leave my man Kobe Fleener off?
No, I haven't even got to him yet. I haven't got to him. You interrupted me. So I'm saying, like, then on top of that,
the last option,
and then
so many
they got and then you talking about Fleener. Fleener's the second option. You got Dwayne Allen and Kobe Fleener because they run a 2 tight end set. You know, so they run a 2 tight end formation scheme or whatever. So that's what I'm saying. Like, then you got Frank Gore. Then you got Heron from Ohio State. So I'm like, you got a cold backfield. You got a really cold backfield right now. And
yeah, they're a great team.
Defense is on point. You got Trent Cole, you got Kendall Langford, you got Vontae Davis, you got Robert Mathis, and then you got Mike Adams. And then you also got what's his name? Bernard Pollard. You got Bernard Pollard back on the coach too, playing safety. So I'm like,
why?
They're
like the old school coach.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
they're like the old school coach. You know, they're gonna put points up on the board.
That's a fumble waiting to happen.
And they're gonna rush the passer because they're gonna put points on the board. So you're gonna be passing a lot. You know, if you don't come with the right game plan. So, you know, that's how they used to win when Peyton was there. They had Robert Mathis and Freeney, and you know.
I'm just saying
the Rams did the same thing.
I'm just saying, man.
That's what they look like to me.
Oh, by the way, go ahead.
They look like to me.
If you haven't, go ahead and register at Madden Underground. We got a lot of big things coming, so make sure you stay tuned. As soon as the game come out, it's gonna be some ridiculousness coming out. Also, we got a monthly giveaway. This month, for the month of August, we'll be giving away a copy of Madden. All you gotta do is pick the order of which are draft on Sunday at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. Make sure you tune into our Twitch right here, and you'll have an opportunity to win a free copy of Madden. All you got to do is pick the order of which teams will be selected. You have to do that by, I guess, today or tomorrow, depending on where you're at. You have to do it by before midnight Saturday. It'll be in the contest will end at midnight Saturday or Saturday night, Sunday morning, midnight. You know, so. Let's go. Get down there.
Standard time?
Pacific Standard Time. So that gives you East Coast guys a little bit more time to do so. But I'm just saying, go ahead and you know, register on the site, play the game, you know, jump into the mock draft competition, see if you can get all 32 teams right, you know, and get you a free Madden. To be honest, give you the Madden, you get your Madden early, you know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to worry about going out, standing in line, trying to get one or midnight release, you know. We got you. So make sure you tune in for that, man, tomorrow.
Got to put your skills to work.
Put your skills to work, man. It's like playing fantasy football. Just pick the order of the 32 teams will be selected, and you good money. All right, let's get into these Texans, though. Ryan Mallett, boo-boo. Brian Hoyer,
yeah,
boo-boo.
Yeah, ain't nobody with
no, Andre, they offense is kind of DeAndre Hopkins, he's a big target.
They're in trouble.
They got a boy from Arizona though. That's a good pickup, but he's not even mentioned in the write-up. So I forgot the receiver. He's a big target though. 6'3".
Oh no, you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't think of
it. They're kind of the Jets. They're kind of like the strong on defense.
No. I wouldn't say they're like the Jets because they have a higher rating than the Jets. So you can't really compare them to the Jets because they have a better defense. I mean, not better defense, better offense to me. They got it because for the simple fact that their running game opens up their pass, and they have a solid running back. The running back is in the 90s, so Arian Foster's 91 overall, so that's why. Only thing about him, he's injury prone, so you don't know how long you're gonna have him during the game. He might get hit.
Fragile.
Yeah, he's very fragile, so he might get hit and be done for the rest of the year or game. Yeah, there's a limit. There's a limit.
Though. They got Will Fort.
I'll give you 3 chances to try to get it right. 3 chances, man. 3 chances. We'll take your first 3. It got your name on it, so we know you know who you are. 3 chances to get it right, man. I know you seeing these ratings, you like, dang, I picked the wrong teams for the mock draft. So, fortunately, we'll give you 3 chances. I seen you already tried it like 5 times, though. But so it's just we'll see how it go. And then let's talk about the defense is cool. I like the Texas defense. You got J.J. Watts, you got Wilford, you got Crick, you got Clowney, you got Cushing, you got Whitney Merciless, you got a decent secondary, and they're pretty overall solid defense. And offense is they got a running back. Like I said, if you got a good running back, that's gonna move the chains a little bit, and you just gotta be able to be decent at passing if you got a solid running back. Especially off of what I've seen. Go to YouTube and look up Madden 16 videos and look at how it's a video of somebody playing with the Steelers, and they were just running through everything with Le'Veon Bell. And then I seen another video of somebody playing the Titans with the Giants, and Jennings was running through everything. Like, he was breaking every tackle. I don't know if it was because they were playing on pro or what, but it was crazy. Yeah, Kareem Jackson ain't bad either.
Division-wise, they're the next best team in the division. So they're gonna get their wins against the Titans and the Jags. I mean,
this is the only thing is just, if you're a passer, you don't really have many options with the Texans because of the simple fact, unless in a connected franchise where you can trade players. But I'm like, just playing with them, it's not really much you could do with them passing wise, unless you have a particular scheme where you can just utilize the weapons that you have at hand. But yeah, it's just they're not gonna be a team you can just air it out all game with, and clearly put them. Yeah, they're not a threat. Yeah, they're not a threat. According to, if you playing the high caliber players in Madden, Texans ain't the team to play with. But I don't know. You don't know how the D-line is going to play. And if J.J. Watt is just beastie and Wilfork is just beastie and Clowney's just out there wreaking havoc, then he might be a little different. But let's talk about these Jaguars now, man. 73 overall. You got Blake Bortles returning. You got T.J. Yeldon. He's 73 overall. And
I think he might be all right.
You got Shoelace, your boy Shoelace. You got Julius Thomas from the Broncos, and Mercedes Lewis, 81 overall. So you got 2 big targets right there. Now,
they're actually pretty good.
Now that is the X factor right there. I didn't know, and I don't think people really utilize the tight ends the way they're supposed to utilize the tight ends, because Julius Thomas and Mercedes Lewis, what I would do in a connected franchise is I would bring another tight end onto the team. I would sign another tight end. I'm sure they have a 3rd string tight end. I would utilize the 3rd string tight ends and run with those tight ends at receivers position, especially in tournament play, because those are big targets. I know Mercedes Lewis is 6'6", and Julius Thomas is he's about 6'2", 6'3", 6'4" maybe. And they got decent speed. Then you got Hearns, who's a big target.
That's a no-brainer.
You got Allen Hearns, who's a big target. You got Marquise Lee. And then you got
just run verticals with your tight ends. Come on, man.
Nah, you can't.
Stop dragging it out. Just run verticals.
Nah, I'm saying
everybody does it, man. That's what they do.
No, but I'm saying you can do it. You can do that this year because the defense is dummied out on every type of situation you could ask for. Any possible situation you can ask for. If you ain't using it, the defense is gonna dummy out because everybody's just gonna undercut the ball and jump. And that's just what you do. Like if it's there, people gonna take advantage of it. So. But I'm saying, like, this year, if especially if you play like that and you get stuck with a team like the Jaguars in a connected franchise, use that to your advantage. They got Dante Fowler, who clearly is going to have, like, a 67 injury because he got hurt first play of practice. So...
Not fair, man.
I'm just saying he got hurt first play of practice, though. Like, how do you get hurt the first play, like the very first play? They were like, ready, break, and he tripped lining up at the line of scrimmage. And then let's talk about the Titans. the big disappointment, the lowest rated team on the game. You know, they try to gas up Mariota like, oh, Mariota's this, Mariota's that, and he's 78 overall. 78 overall.
Okay, but
they were like, he's accurate.
In all
he's
fairness,
this, he's that.
What was their record last year?
They won 2 games, but I get that. I get that. But we
okay.
All right, I get that. But we made changes, man. Because I'm a Titan fan. I love the Titans, but we made changes, man.
Dick LeBeau ain't gonna give y'all defense an overall rating.
That's
coaching.
We here until we finish talking. Jay, what up, champ?
That's coaching. So
all right, Mariota has 88 speed for the simple fact that he ran a 4.440 and he ran a 4.540.
Cool to see though.
He ran a 4.540. Okay. He ran a 4.440. On his pro day, he ran a 4.4. At the combine, he ran a 4.5. You know, so what I'm saying is, if you round those numbers off, that equals to be about 88 speed, because he's faster than Revis, he's faster than Sherman, he's faster than most of the people that you guys are gassing up because you think they're fast when they're actually hella slow. They just have good technique, they have good coverage skills, you know, and they're physical. That's the difference. Mariota is actually faster than these guys, though, so that's why he has an 88 rating. If you still have questions about that, but not that it even matters, because look at the team he's stuck with. Like this is terrible. Like I'm a Titan fan, so this hurts my heart to look at. Like I'm looking at this, I'm like, Bishop Sankey 75 overall, and Bishop Sankey had a fumbling problem last year. I ain't talking about a real. I'm just talking about Madden in general. Like he just had a fumble. He just would fumble the ball for nothing. Like I've been hit, and he wouldn't even fall down. He would just drop the ball. Like, you know, that killed me. But we got David Cobb. But David Cobb ran a 4.8 40 time. So I know he's gonna be like 76 speed.
Okay.
That's terrible.
Okay.
That's terrible.
Okay, but all of that complaining and being frustrated and upset, like T. Lou said, you gotta play the team a certain way. If that is not your style of play, then that's not the team for you. And if you get that team in the draft, then you're gonna have to learn how to play.
Yeah, you have to learn how to play that way. You have to learn how to play dink and dunk football, and because for one because
exactly.
Now look because for one, Mariota had 84 throwing power on NCAA. You know how NCAA overdo the players. You know what I mean? He had 84 throwing power on NCAA. So what you think they finna do with him on Madden? He might have
at least 80. I watched that game. I was.
I'm just saying he's gonna have like 80, 83, and maybe 84. They probably just give him that 84 again. Like, you know, just give him 84.
That would be high to me. But I'm just saying, like, his arm didn't.
The crazy part about this though is we got a Rackpo 87 overall. We got McCourty. I'm like, McCourty twin brother. He got a higher rating, and they are the exact same player. Exact same player.
Not exactly.
Exact same player.
Exactly. One has a Super Bowl ring, the other does.
One is fortunate to be on the Patriots, and the other one is fortunate to be at the bottom of the totem pole with the team that he's placed on. But the exact same player.
He's playing with Dick LeBeau. See, that's the thing. A lot of these players, you're right, Brian. You're absolutely right. A lot of these players, right, they got the combine times, they got the strength, they got this, that, and the other. The coaches are what makes some of these players.
Yeah, okay, we're going to see.
I don't
want to talk about this no more. I don't want to talk about this no more. I don't want to talk about it because I'm getting depressed, man. I'm getting depressed. It's depressing to look at.
So what you're telling me is that the same Titans that you drafted last year.
We have mud days too.
To multiple
we have mud days.
That somehow this team isn't good enough to do the same thing this year. I don't understand.
No, what I'm saying is, dude,
better, right?
No, they're not better.
That's what I'm saying.
No, what?
What are you talking about? Mobile quarterback.
What? This is the way. This is what you fell in to realize, though. I had two quarterbacks. Like now, if I'm gonna run the same scheme, then yeah, I would have to. It wouldn't be because of Mariota. It'd be because of Mettenberger. Mettenberger has great arm strength. People keep talking about Mariota. I'm like, Mariota, watch, when the ratings come out and then everybody sees the game and they're like, oh, Mariota, damn, throwing power kind of sucks. He got noodle arm. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. But I'm like, it wasn't because I had a mobile quarterback. I had Jake Locker. Jake Locker had 93 throwing power. His accuracy was boo-boo, but he could get the ball out there, and I had Justin Heller I could jump with. You know? So that's what I'm saying. Like, it was
for everybody. Wait. For everybody that's listening, You just need to understand that Team Brian James has played with the Titans for going on damn near 4 straight years right now. And he's always been successful in coming up with a scheme and making them a solid team and connect the franchise.
No, but I'm saying, but I ain't. It ain't
what you want to say.
No.
Buying it.
No.
Are you buying this? Are you buying any of this?
I'm just saying, dude. Like. No, I'm saying no. Don't get me wrong. If the teams that I want aren't available, I'll take my team. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a loyal fan, and But I'm just looking at that 72 overall, and every team and every rating they put out thus far has been higher than that. The Raiders was even higher than them, man. And the Raiders is boo-boo.
The Raiders didn't go 2-12.
You're right. You got a point.
Might as well.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just saying, man.
That's no, T-Lou, no Bay Area madness right now. No rivalries. You got to be objective. You can't just be taking spot shots.
Pretty much in the same boat.
That's what I'm saying, dog. Like,
and there you go.
I don't know what.
There you go.
What is?
All right. Now, we going to the
between 2 and 4.
It ain't no difference in 4. It's the same difference. You're both losing. You know what I'm saying? Now look.
Thank you.
Hey, y'all. Hey, as you guys can clearly see, this is the Madden Underground website, and right here, you can click that register now button, register, and get the inside scoop, because we'll have tips. We'll have inside, secret tournaments that you might be able to hear about and win a little bread, win a little, different types of prizes while getting ranked among other leagues and stuff like that. We have leagues too, so we got it. We doing a little something over here. So make sure y'all come in and register the monthly giveaway. Let me break down this monthly giveaway before we get into this AFC West. I'm gonna tell y'all right here, WCMPL mock draft competition. Pick the order of which teams are selected and earn a chance to win a free copy of Madden 16. Tune in to WCMPL TV on Twitch, 8, 9, 15, which is Sunday, and the contest closes on the 8th. So, make sure you guys go here. Here's the opportunity for you to pick the right teams. Go down there, you put the teams in. Make sure you put your name and your email address so we can contact you. And then I don't know why it says names right there. Like if you have aliases, put that in there too. But
good luck.
Yeah, good luck, man. That's a hard one to do. I haven't seen anybody get it right. I've seen a couple people enter the contest on give 3 different answers, and I'm like, we'll see how it all pans out for you. I wish you all the best of luck, though. Let's get into this AFC West, though. The Broncos, man. The Broncos was I would say, the pleasant surprise of the ratings released so far. No, I would say it was the second one. It was the second one. I didn't expect the Broncos to be 89 overall. I was looking for like 86, 87.
Right. This is my I told you so moment, because I know it's going to come back on me when we start talking about the NFC East. But I told you that the Broncos was just a player away from just being completely dominant, because they had youth, they had talent, and they had a lot of success. Like, people don't realize that, Peyton Manning fell off towards the end of the season, but they were, in the beginning of the year, they were on their way to going back to the Super Bowl, and it looked like it was going to be a repeat.
Oh yeah.
Between Seattle and Denver. So, they have talent. Now, what they don't have is they don't have, a workhorse of a running back. It's running back by committee, but But again, they got skills at skill player positions. They got skills, so they got talent. Even though they lost their tight end, they got so much talent.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
Defense.
I just like that linebacking core. The receivers were actually decent. They got a decent running back, and then Peyton Manning, 92 overall. He's gonna do his thing, man. And then the secondary, because they gassed up Chris Harris, and you forget about Aqib Talib over there. You know what I mean? Like, you was like, oh, Chris Harris in the top 5. Be like, oh, snaps, they got Aqib Talib too, and he's 90 overall. That's how I reacted to it. That was my exact reaction. Dang, oh, snaps. Both of them over there. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I might take the Broncos, man, if they available. But you got to tune in on Sunday. You like that plug? All right. All right, so look.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So look, this is the crazy part, man. The Chiefs, man. The Chiefs, I thought they was going to be rated a little bit higher. But I'm not mad at them getting to 82. It's cool, But the defense is solid. Offense is solid for the most part. They got Jeremy Maclin. They got Albert Wilson,
Yeah.
DeAnthony. I'm trying to figure out why they did.
They got what they needed though.
Yeah, they got what they needed. Yeah.
Because they fell off too towards the end of the year. But I mean, like T. Lou said, Eric Berry's coming back. You know, their defense is. I mean, their line. First of all, and Derek Johnson's coming back. So their linebacking core is just as nasty. They got Dontario Poe at D tackle. You know, defensively they're nasty. You know, offensively they went and finally got some receivers. They needed receivers.
No, they
and you know they got Nile Davis and they got Jamal Charles. So
that's the
and
crazy
they got
part.
Travis Kelce.
That's hey, no, this the crazy part because now Davis is a big old dude, man. He like 220 something, but he got little dude speed. Like he
quick.
He run like a small running back, but he big and he truck you if you know that's the I don't know, man. Chiefs is a good team and they got a solid offense. They got
absolutely.
Eric Berry. They did Eric Berry a little dirty with that 84 because he was like, you know, lights out the year before. They gave Sean Smith the 91. They tried to be a little generous towards Sean Smith. Everybody was a little upset about his speed, but Sean Smith is not that fast. You know, I don't know why you guys are acting like Sean Smith is beastie, but he's not. You know, so I don't know.
That doesn't need to be fast. Not with that pass rush.
And not with that press either.
Doing just fine.
You know, so
yeah, he's doing just fine.
now,
right.
hey, this is another team that I was pleasantly surprised by because I expected the Chargers to be like a 77 overall team, but when I thought about it, I was like, you know what, they should be at least an 80. And then when the ratings came out, I saw 82. I was like, yo, this is what I was waiting for because you got Melvin Gordon, who you know he's as the season progresses, his overall probably go up. You got this right here, Orlando Franklin. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he was on the Broncos, and on Madden he was a dog. He would pancake everything in his way because he was just so big, you know. Then you got Phillip Rivers, who's 90 overall, was a solid quarterback, and then you got Antonio Gates, and then you got Ladarius Green. So I'm like, you got Keenan Allen, Malcolm Floyd, and then you got Stevie Johnson. Because I forgot about the receivers that they have. Keenan Allen, Malcolm Floyd, and Stevie Johnson. Stevie Johnson's not that fast, but the dude gets open, and he has good route running.
Darius Green.
Yeah.
They got weapons.
Well, Darius Green, what do you have? He's going to have like 86 speed, 87 speed, you know. So, because he ran a good 40 time.
But, you know, their running back position is a little suspect, and I do not want to talk about their free safety. I just don't. I mean, he can be a tackling machine. I get it. And yeah, they probably gave him the
Hold on one second.
Suit and play wreck.
1 second. Hey, so you said you don't think Jamal Charles should be 92 speed. He was 97 last year. You think he should be 97 again? Or do you think he should be 92? Or less than 92? Because he was 97. I think them moving him to 92 was being generous. You know, I'm like, how you go from 97 to 92? I was quite disappointed with that with him and AP. But AP is getting older, so I would assume, like, you moving them dudes from 97 to 90 and 92, like that's kind of messed up. But you know, it is what it is. But like you were saying, Philly, about the Chargers.
No, I was just saying, you know, and we'll let the Chargers coach from last season, you know, speak on it.
But give your take and then I give mine. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, you know, the thing about the Chargers is, yeah, I felt like. And I forgot, Brian pointed out that, you know, they weren't healthy last year. And I watched them smash my Jets in real life. And they definitely have a solid coaching staff. They definitely do. But when you talk about that division and the Broncos and the Chiefs, again, what does that 82 overall ranking mean? I mean, how do they match up with either one of those teams? I don't think they do.
Right.
I just don't think they do. So
they showed up pretty well versus those teams. They split. They split with both of them, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
I don't know.
The Chargers
did not match up.
The Chargers gave a good effort, great effort against everybody.
That was early in the season, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, some teams they get off to a great start, but then other teams are great finishers, and then, you know, they take care of their business when it's money time. And I'm not saying that, you know, you shouldn't get off to a good start. And I'm not saying that there's no one way to, you know, get to the playoffs and have a great record. But, you know, the Chargers started off great, and then, you know, through injuries and everything else, they fell off. But they're still the third best team in the division. And, you know, when you talk about connected franchise,
according to
how do they match up? Yeah, how do they match up against the Chiefs and the Broncos? I don't think that they do.
Honestly,
Are they a good team to play with? I think, yeah, they're a good team to play with because they give you the chance to have different. To me, the best teams give you a chance to play different styles.
I think they match up well with the Broncos. I don't think they match up well with the Chiefs. Yeah, actually, I do think they match. I actually think they match up well with the Chiefs too. Why don't they match up well with the Broncos? What make you think that?
Well, I think that, and it's the same situation for Broncos and the Chiefs. I mean, both teams have, great linebackers. Their secondaries are solid. So defensively, we're talking about, two very, two top 10 defenses. And I just feel like, the Chargers defensively, I just don't feel like they can. Even though you have Weddle, I don't feel like they're really built to be able to stop, the offense of the Broncos or even the offense of the Chiefs. And that's what I'm saying. Having a great team gives you a chance to be versatile in your strategy. But when you have a low-rated team, you pretty much have to play with that team the way that they're built and they're designed. But the Broncos and the Chiefs, they just offensively they can come at you a lot of different ways.
They click well.
And,
they click really well.
Yeah, and I just don't see like defensively outside of Weddle. I mean, we're not talking about their defense outside of Weddle. We're not. I mean, maybe T. Luke can shed some light on a team he played with all year. Maybe there's some talent there that that I don't know about. But to me, the AFC West has never really. They've never really.
I don't know what just happened to him, but Oakland, man. Let's talk about Oakland, man. I like Derek Carr. Amari Cooper has a lot of potential. Clearly, Crabtree is a good receiver to have on the other side. Marcel Reese is a good fullback. Raiders are actually not that bad. They have a lot of potential given, they're a young team in a connected franchise. That's what you have to look at. They're young. And youth is probably the biggest thing or the best thing about the Raiders if you're going to play in a connected franchise. So, yeah, the Chargers do have Brandon Flowers.
D-line? You like their D-line?
I don't think their D-line is that bad. It's not the greatest, but it's not that bad,
You'll get something out of it.
Yeah, you get something. You get a little something.
Enough.
I don't think it'll be enough. I don't think it'll be enough at all.
Okay, so just like the Chargers, they're ranked where they're supposed to be ranked, right?
But the Chargers were winning games on the road. The Raiders went 8-0 on the road last year, so I can't put them in the same.
You mean I went 8, right?
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No, you can't.
I can't put them in the same boat.
But they play different. They play different teams.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know what? Actually, that's the one thing we didn't even mention.
They play the same division.
They still gotta play. They still gotta play each other, though, man. You know what I mean? No,
they gotta play each other, but they're scheduled. They're gonna be playing the teams that are 4th ranked. You know what I'm saying? Chargers are gonna play teams that are 3rd ranked, and and that's just another component that.
But if you
play a lot,
if you still take 6 L's in your division, then that's gonna be costly. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard for you to go ahead and win, or jump to just get out the way and move up the playoff chains or the power rankings and stuff like that, and you done lost 6 games in your division. If you lose 6 games in that division, you're pretty much out the playoffs. So you got to win in your division first. That should be the main thing, is win your division. So.
Well, yeah, I think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be tough to win games in that division with the Raiders and with the Chargers. I do.
Okay. Yeah, so the Raiders. Yeah.
Be tough.
So Spade, you gotta do okay with the Raiders, man. If you get them, I know how bad you want them, so if you get them, then it'll be worth it, I guess, for you.
It's a smoke screen. He's not picking the Raiders.
All right, look, NFC East. Let's talk about the NFC East. This is gonna be the last division we talk about today because there aren't any more ratings. They won't be coming out until tomorrow, so we'll find out what team. And luckily for you guys, we'll be broadcasting tomorrow as well, all the way up until the draft. We'll be providing draft coverage and everything, you know. So make sure you guys stay tuned. All right, let's talk about these Cowboys, man. This is a team I wanted to talk about, but not as much as I want to talk about the Eagles because I told you so, Philly. But you can't say I didn't. But let's go. DeMarco Murray, man. He forsaken the Cowboys, and he left them with McFadden, who's 76 overall. He also left them with Tyron Smith, who's 93 overall, Zach Martin, who's 92 overall, Travis Frederick, who's 91 overall, Tony Romo, who's 93 overall, Des Bryant, who's 96 overall, and Jason Witten, who's 93 overall. That's a powerful offense right there.
Oh, without a doubt.
And it don't even matter that McFadden is 76 overall because of the simple fact that he has all those 90s in front of him. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna be productive because he has all those 90s in front of him. Like I can't see those 90s not opening up gaps and holes for McFadden. And they just called the Raiders a college team.
You just gotta stay healthy.
Stay healthy, but I'm talking about Madden.
Shout out to whoever called them a college team, because that's all I do is call them a college team. But you know, again, it's based off of the scheme. I mean, McFadden may not be an all-around back.
Yeah,
but he's got speed. You know, and like you said, behind that line, he's gonna look good.
He called him McFadden.
Look good.
Call McFadden the softest back in Madden.
No.
That's
called McFragile.
Yeah,
they call him McFragile.
McFragile. That sounds like a handicap burger that McDonald's is coming out with. Not that we're taking shots at any handicapped people. Madden Underground supports all the mentally disabled and delayed and everything. We support you all in whatever you're going through. But yeah, let's talk about these Eagles now, Philly, because I'm quite eager to talk about these guys.
Yeah, I'll let you and T. Lou handle this one.
All right, look. All right,
me being from Philly, that's what's up. But
let me bring you guys up to speed. I told Philly guy that the Eagles was gonna be rated between the 80s to 85 range, and he said, "Why? They don't. Who do they have? What do they have?" I said, "For one, they have a fast, physical offensive line because that's the way Oregon's offensive lines are. They're fast, they're physical, they have good strength, and they have good speed. That is a great attribute to have for an offensive line. So I assume that the ratings will be in their favor because of those attributes." Then I told Philly, I said, Sam Bradford's not that bad of a quarterback, so he'll probably be around the 77 to 80 range. And look at him. Look where he landed, 79.
Hey, he's a first round pick. Yeah, I mean the kid came out of Oklahoma with all the potential in the world, and it's just he's fragile.
Macklin,
I like Bradford.
I like fragile.
Macklin's on.
It seems like it was bad blocking.
Macklin's on the Chiefs though. But this is what I told him. I said you have Matthews.
Sean is gone. Mathis is gone.
No, but this is what you fail to realize. They have Matthews, they have Huff, they have Riley Cooper, and they just brought in Aguilar. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like when you got those four receivers, Aguilar does everything that Deshaun Jackson does. Aguilar can do everything that what's his name, Macklin can do. Huff can do, and he's a special teams player. So what I'm saying, like it's like any player like this. What you call it? Macklin had a great year, and they were like, well, Macklin's not going to be able to do anything because Deshaun's not there. And Macklin had a great year because Chip Kelly, he has plug and play. He's a plug and play offense. Like it doesn't matter who plays those positions. They're going to be productive because of the type of players they are. You know what I'm saying? The type of players he scouted them particularly for this offense, and that's why he's moving these players out. All right, DeMarco, he was like, well, why do you lose? Why do you shake? Why do you get rid of McCoy? Okay, McCoy's quick, he's fast, he can catch out the backfield. But think about Oregon. Outside of you, he has Sproles. So if you got Sproles, what do you need McCoy for?
Because Shady can run between the tackles.
He can run. Okay. Now Shady can run between the tackles. So who would you rather have running between the tackles, McCoy or Murray?
Shady.
I'd rather have Murray.
I'm sorry.
I'd rather have Murray.
I'm sorry. Look. To me, Murray is a product of the offensive line. Okay, and he's a beneficiary.
Nah. Okay. Okay, look.
Des Bryant.
This is what you're failing to realize, though. Okay. The Philadelphia Eagles, they're going to be running the zone blocking offense. That means that everything is going to be spread out. And all Murray has to do is run through the correct holes. If they call it a 32 dive or 32 inside zone or whatever, he's gonna just take the ball, run through the two gap, and be upfield. And that's all they require of him. They don't need him to do nothing extra, all that getting jiggy with it, losing yards, getting knocked backwards, and fumbling the ball because you're not protecting. They just need him to run between the tackles, get the hard-earned yards, and then share the time with Matthews, and then share the time with Sproles. You got 3 different backs that you're going to be sharing time with, so it's not going to all be on Murray. And they all bring something different to the table. So I'm saying, like, with Chip Kelly, that's a whole lot of things you could game plan for. It's hard to game plan for 3 running backs, or like I said, 3 running backs that could be starters on other teams. Cause they all
it sounds good.
I'm just telling you, man.
It sounds good, but you can say all you want, but a rookie is a rookie, and I'm sorry, but
who's a rookie?
You're gonna see teams stack the box.
Who's a rookie?
The receivers. You gonna see.
They ain't no rookies. They're not no rookies.
You will see teams
stack
the box.
Huff. Like I said, Huff is a productive receiver. Riley Cooper, in spite of all the stuff he talked about, Riley Cooper is a good receiver because he can block, he can catch, and he can run. You know what I'm saying? He breaks tackles.
Again, that's what Macklin and Deshaun Jackson on the field. People are acting like,
oh my God.
Let me tell you, a third stringer for a reason.
Who?
He's a third stringer for a reason.
And what do you think? Riley Cooper is a possession receiver. Riley Cooper is not a third stringer. He is a possession receiver. He's not a slot receiver. He's a possession. It's a difference between a slot receiver and a possession receiver. A possession receiver is a receiver that's gonna move the sticks. A slot receiver is someone that can run the drag routes, run the slants and stuff like that, and go across the middle, and he can be a deep threat at times to spread to pull the safety.
That's just it. I'm calling him slot receiver because first of all, he's not getting open without again, just like I said, without Deshaun.
No, what I'm saying is
without people worried about Shady. You gotta pick your poison.
All right. They didn't have Deshaun Jackson, and Macklin had a productive season, right? Correct. He had over 1,000 yards receiving. So what I'm saying is, it's not the players, it's the scheme. And Chip Kelly knows that. Now, if you can get rid of all these contracts and bring in younger players with smaller contracts that can be just as productive, they're gonna be looking like everybody's gonna be like, dang, he did the same thing Pete Carroll did, because these are players that he scouted. These are players that he played against in college, so he knows what they're capable of. He feels like, okay, with these players, I can bring the best out of them. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what they're capable of. So that's what I'm saying. Like in Madden,
I think you're giving them way too much credit.
I'm just telling you. I'm telling you that. These, because I'm just telling you, man. And like I said, these players, Ryan Matthews, that's enough to bring that team up to an 84 overall. That offense alone, because the offense is going to be productive. You have a running back. It all starts with the running back. You got a quarterback, you got a running back. You're good. You got a tight end. Running back, quarterback, tight end, and then you got a decent receiver in Riley Cooper. So I'm like, you're good. And you got Matthews. So I'm like, what's the problem? You got a decent O-line. The O-line is not that big of a drop-off from Dallas, So I'm like, come on, man. Only weakness
in the box.
Only weakness I see on this team is the secondary. That's the only thing I don't like about the team.
I'm sorry. I don't like the quarterback, and I don't like the receivers, and I don't like the secondary either.
Foles is on the Rams, man. I need you to. All right, Jason, I'm gonna need you to watch ESPN for once or something. You go to ESPN right now. Turn this off. Turn off the Twitch and go to ESPN, because you don't know where the hell nobody is. He's like, what happened to Jordan Cameron? What happened to
turn everything off and just go to NFL.com.
Just go straight there.
Transaction, free agent moves, yeah.
I'm like, man, it's just like I'm just keeping it real, man. This is football. Like it's just football. If you know football, these players are plug and play players, and you ain't got to worry about the egos or the attitude either. But let's talk about these Giants, because that's another team. I told everybody it was gonna be rated higher than the Redskins. They didn't believe me, but I was right. So we're getting down to our last two teams, the New York Giants. I don't know how Eli Manning still gets these high overalls, and he's throwing all these interceptions.
He won 2 Super Bowls.
Because you won 2 Super Bowls.
I don't care, man.
You get love.
I don't care. Michael,
you get love.
I don't care, man. This is terrible.
Exactly.
I'm like, you throwing all these interceptions, and you're still. Well, he did have a decent, pass rating at the end of the
Kind of
year.
a shit team. I mean, when
They did.
Eli's
They had
on,
a
he's
bad
on.
team.
You can't deny that.
Yeah, they did have a
And
bad
new
team.
offensive coordinator and all that good stuff.
And he had a lot of injuries. Yeah, okay. I give him that. But look, all right, so, okay.
He won 2 Super Bowls.
Okay, all right, so he's 87 overall. Eli's 87 overall. Odell Beckham is 94 overall. Victor Cruz is 84 overall. You got Eric Flowers. You got Rashad Jennings, who's 80 overall. And from what I've seen, he's trucking everything. And then you got the change-up back, Shane Vereen, 81 overall. So that offense is pretty decent. And Andre Williams, who's 73 overall, who's also a power back. Then you got Landon Collins, Dominique Rodgers-Kamara, DRC, Prince Akamora, Makamura, whatever his name is. Jason Pierre-Paul, 89 overall. So I don't know. I think they're gonna be. I think the Giants are pretty decent. If you get stuck,
we'll see.
If you get
front 7 isn't. I don't know.
Conference still.
They got Ruben Randle as well, so they got receivers.
Get his boys to play. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't count them out.
No, I'm saying if you.
Talking about Madden.
I'm saying
we're not talking about real life. We talking about Madden.
Okay, so look, I'm saying in Madden too.
What the dude?
You
think that's what I was.
You got two lockdown corners, and this is what I'm saying. I don't know how you going about picking your team, Philly, but you about to go pick wrong. I can tell already because you looking at these teams
You got
totally
they
different.
Got running back.
You got running back, you got a quarterback, running back, receivers, and then you got a defense. You got 2 lockdown corners. You still got beasts.
I'm looking at the 3rd best team in the NFC East. That's what I'm looking at. And y'all can't sell me on nothing different.
No.
I don't see.
Okay.
I don't see how they match up.
Okay.
Either of the offensive lines that we just got finished talking about. I just don't.
The offensive lines? You talking about offensive lines right now? Now, only team I see.
I don't see how they match up.
Only team. The Eagles aren't that much. I'm saying the Eagles are good, but honestly, I like the Giants' offense better than I like the Eagles' offense. I ain't gonna say I like the offense totally. I just like their receivers better than I like the Eagles' receivers. Cause you got a 94 overall receiver. If you got a 94 overall receiver, he gonna make plays. He's on the cover of the game.
Yes, he is.
So that's what I'm saying. So
However,
I don't know.
You want to make plays or do you want to win games? I mean, it's cool and all.
I don't know.
Middle school and you throwing it to Odell Beckham.
No, I ain't saying that. What I'm saying is that you got players who got you. It's not just Odell Beckham. You got Victor Cruz. You got Ruben Randle. You got 2 running backs. You know what I'm saying? Any team that has 2 running backs is gonna be lethal on the game. You come in there sleeping on them, and you come in there, you gonna get whooped on. Cause they're not like if you match them up with the Eagles defense, I would take that offense over the Eagles defense every time. That's me personally. Right. I would take the Giants offense over the Eagles defense every time. I would take the Giants offense. I don't know. I can't say the Redskins because the Redskins got a little, they got some players over there now. But I would take them over. I would take them. I would put them up against the Cowboys defense.
Now you're just having fun. Because look, they're the 3rd ranked overall team.
I'm just saying, if I check it. No, what I'm saying is this. Like I said, the balance. All right, they might be rated lower, and that's because of, I guess, particular positions who might be more, be valued more on the overall. But what I'm saying is that each team has a weakness. Like the Cowboys, their weakness is the secondary, right? They got one decent corner. They got a rookie they brought in. He's cool. They got
Greg Hardy. They got
the D line.
They got another linebacker.
They got the D line and linebacker. The front seven is their defense is way better. But I'm saying is the weakness is the secondary, and the strengths of the Giants is the passing. So what I'm saying is that if you got 3 receivers who could possibly be a threat or against any defense on the game because of the quarterback and the receivers, and then you got a decent running back who can keep them honest, I don't see why.
I just don't see. I mean, I'm just again, we're talking about teams that are either going to be used in tournament play or going to be drafted in connected franchises. I just can't see the Giants, no matter how, even if they got the cover board. I can't see them.
No, what I'm saying. No, what I'm saying.
Top 20
No,
team.
no, I'm saying I ain't saying a top 20 team, but what I'm saying is that with the weapons that they have in place, they can still compete in that division. They're not like, oh well, look, they're just terrible. Like, no, they're not terrible. Like the Titans are terrible. This team ain't terrible because you have high ratings. You got route runners. You got a quarterback who can get the ball to him. You got a solid D lineman. You got a premier defensive lineman. You know what I mean? You got a premier defensive lineman, and then you have two corners. That is very key on Madden. If you got two corners, any team that has two corners is cool. They're gonna be straight on defense because you put DRC on you put DRC on Dez Bryant, he gonna make a play. He gonna make a play. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna make all the plays, but he gonna make a play. And that play, if you playing smart and your game is close, that play could be costly. So what I'm saying, like, it depends on who you play with. It depends on how you play. Now, if you just play Madden recreationally, then yeah, you can't play with this team. But I'm saying that elite players, high caliber players, if you're in a connected franchise and you get stuck with the Giants, that's not a bad team to be stuck with. I'm just being honest.
I'm sorry. If I had the Cowboys, I'm running the ball on the Giants all day, every day.
You could do that. You could do that. But what I'm saying is this though. What I'm saying is this though. You can't run the ball every down. You're gonna pass the ball. And when you do pass the ball, you got Jason Pierre-Paul coming after you, and you got Prince and you got DRC covering the pass. And those two players, and then you got Landon Collins, who's gonna have superstar development because he's a superstar development player. So I'm saying, like, come on, man.
Well, look, Jason Pierre-Paul.
Whoa! Let's not.
You trying to tell me that you can't knock him down? They're not gonna bump him down.
Jason Pierre-Paul had a better season than your boy Quinn did for the Rams this year.
See, now you just being hurtful.
No, I'm just being honest with you. Go look at the stats. The numbers don't lie, bro. He had more sacks than your boy Quinn did this year. So what are you talking about?
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, so like, if we gonna get detail, let's get detail. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had more sacks than your boy Quinn did for the Rams. So you can't discredit him because he lost fingers, because it's Madden. He gonna have all his fingers on Madden. And if they take away fingers on Madden, then that's disrespectful. That's just scandalous, man. Why would you take
That's the realism of the game. And you know what? Quinn got double teamed a lot.
I don't care.
And Donald shined.
I don't care because look, for the simple fact that Jason Pierre-Paul didn't have nobody else out there helping him. He got double teamed too because that was all you had the game plan for on that defensive line. So like I said, the Giants aren't a bad team to get stuck with. If you agree with me, type 1 in the chat room. Boom, they agree with me. Not that anybody type 1, but I'm just saying. All right, let's go.
Redskins.
All right, so let's talk about these Redskins, man. Blaze is probably somewhere under his bed, shaking his head.
He's not taking them with the number 2 pick.
No, he ain't taking no damn Redskins with our number 2 pick. But look.
In regards to, he took he moved up.
Yeah, he got number 2.
He's number 2 overall.
But all right.
He wasn't though. He was like 8 or 9, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was 9.
You know what, T-Luke? We gonna need you to link up with that cat that we just sent to ESPN, and you need to go to WCNPL.
Hey, they typing one in the chat room right now. So boom, they agree with your boy. I'm saying, man,
you don't get a free copy of Madden. You don't get a free copy of Madden for agreeing with him.
I'm just saying, man, it's true. You can't not.
You don't think Blaze is gonna get his team?
Hell no, not with no number 2 pick. If I had number 2 pick, I ain't taking no 75 overall Redskins. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's other teams with the same intangibles that this team has. A fast receiver, they don't have a running back. You know, if Marshawn was 90 on last year's Madden and he's 85 this year, and Alfred Morris was 84 speed on last year's Madden, what you think he gonna be this year? So
I would expect for Blaze to take the Colts, honestly.
I don't see him taking the Colts. I see him taking the Packers or the Panthers. But that's just my opinion.
Because of that division, man, I just see him doing it.
I don't know.
See him doing it.
He could do that. He could do that. But I'm just saying, like, he could do that. I would love for him to do that. Take the Colts. That would be great. If just in case I don't get my teams and I do get the Titans, then that would be great. I would love for him to take that team. Because there's other people that
banking on you not picking the Titans.
Nah, if he picked the Colts, I'm definitely picking the Titans. But let's see. Let's talk about the Redskins. RG3, who had a terrible season last year, 78 overall. I thought that was them being nice. Kirk Cousins, 73 overall. I honestly believe that all the quarterbacks should have been 73 overall because they were all equally productive. You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion, but
RG3 is fast. So
I'm saying, but it's just like he's fast and he couldn't throw. Colt McCoy was more accurate than him, and he can't run, so I thought that would probably balance it out. They all should have been 73 overall. Okay, but you got Deshaun Jackson, who's 88 overall because of his speed and his catching abilities. Pierre Garçon, he was routing up Chris Culliver in training camp, so I think he should have been at least 85. You got Brandon.
That's training camp.
I'm just saying though, I think he's decent. He's a consistent receiver. You got the rookie, he's 80 overall, and then you got Alfred Moore. I just don't see this team should have been 71 overall. They trash. Aside from Deshaun Jackson and Garçon, I don't like them. On offense, I don't. Kerrigan, I think the defense is where the ratings kind of got him that 75. Because you got Kerrigan, who's 90 overall. You got Jason Hatcher, who's 87 overall. You got Pot Roast in the middle, 88 overall. You got Chris Culliver coming over from the 49ers. I know T. Lou going to miss him. 85 overall. You got D'Angelo Hall, 77. And it's not really that much to talk about with the Redskins, but, you know.
I'm not going to miss no damn Chris Culliver.
Man, I don't.
On, man.
People talk. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a little insight on the game. This is Xbox One controller. When people start moving out with that quarterback, all you gotta do is press this, put your dudes in spy, and when they start moving out, you press this right stick in, and what happens is the players start going after the quarterback. You know how last year the dude would just shift until the dude crossed the line of scrimmage, he'd be looking stupid, just shuffling across the field, waiting for him to cross the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Now with this year, you can press that right stick in, and he'll just go after the quarterback because he's in the spot. His responsibility as the quarterback, so he'll just chase him around the field. Just press that right stick in.
If he's fast enough.
I usually don't spy. I just contain.
You can contain. Those would be effective too if you got the proper defensive ends to do so. But like I said, if you got a spy,
you need linebackers for that.
I'm just saying, like for me, sometimes I like to play on that middle backer, and if I know he's in a spot, I can roam around with him, and then if you throw the ball, I can drop back and pick it off in the middle, or if I see you running, I can click off and press that right stick in, and he'll go after you, and I can cover somebody else, just in case you try to throw it. So,
right.
Just a little food for thought.
No, I mean it is a great feature.
That one's free. That one's free.
Yeah, I think they've added some features that are definitely gonna improve defensively, and then they've taken some things away from the offense. But yeah, I mean, but again, even still, just looking at the Redskins, to me, you're right. Whatever direction you want to go in, if you want to use the mobile quarterback and you want to build everything around RG3, you can still do that. Deshaun Jackson is still a weapon. Pierre is still a weapon. Alfred Morris is, still solid. It's just you can't expect for them to make a lot of plays for you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
This is going to be, and that's what the lower rated teams are going to be. I mean, the talent isn't there, so you're really restricted and confined on what you can do offensively with these teams because they just don't have the talent. You have to play a certain way. It is what it is until you get them, until you build them up.
Like I said, if you got football,
they're not a number 2 overall rated team. That ain't gonna happen.
This year though, I will say this: if you know, listen to when I say this. If you know football and you know schemes, you will be okay. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna go on record and say that. If you know football and you know schemes, you'll be okay. If you just because a player has a big name team, they're gonna get the bullshit sometimes. It happens. But what I'm saying is, if you know football and you know schemes, you will be okay because you ain't got to worry about no PA end around. You ain't got to worry about none of that stupid nonsense that was on the game last year. I'm sure people will find other things out of what they provide for you, but as of right now, you don't have to worry about the nonsense that was killing people last year. So I'm like, come on, man. If you couldn't, me personally, PA in the round wasn't that big of a deal, but I know some people I could just run that on if I wanted to, but I'm not that, that's not my Steve. But you could run that all game. Boom. Yeah, that was one of the ways you could stop it too, Jason. But yeah, a lot of people didn't know that, and but like I said, if you know football, you know schemes, you understand why the speeds are the way they are because certain players aren't fast. Silk, come on, man. You got to start knowing this stuff, man. You got to start knowing stuff because you. he said, I couldn't stop PA in the round. You got to learn how to stop some of this stuff, man. But yeah, man. So just like I said, just know you learn football, watch football, study the game, and if you play football, use that football knowledge to your advantage, especially with the coverages. Yeah, you a skill trainer, man. That's what it's there for. It explains a lot of things. Like if you didn't know what certain coverages did, like if you don't know cover 2, corner sit in the flats, the curl the flats area. If you didn't know, like you said,
Okay.
I'm just saying, people don't know these things.
They better get there's training camp and
skills trainer,
skill games. You could do all that shit. Yeah, knock yourself out.
I'm just saying, a lot of people don't know these things, man. So
if you don't know this,
they don't. Hey,
hopping in this damn.
There's certain people. I ain't gonna say no names.
Prepared to get whooped on.
I ain't gonna say no names, but I know people that they base defense is cover 2. they base defense is cover. They were sitting cover 2 the whole game, and wonder why they getting burnt. Like you.
No names.
So.
No names.
So.
Cover 2 silk.
He says it's more complex than you think. So yeah, the game it can be complex, but it's just sometimes people make the game more difficult than it has to be because they don't do their homework.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, man, do your homework, pay attention, and everything will be fine. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you ain't already subscribed to the channel. I'm about to get up out of here, but we will be back. What time tomorrow, Philly?
You got me, man. I ain't even think. Huh? You said after 6?
Yeah, I'm down anytime after 6.
Yeah, so it'll probably be about 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow.
You gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah, Saturday. I'm off. I'm watching the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I work for the city.
I'm watching the Hall of Fame. Everything.
Sunday. That's the Hall of Fame game on Sunday. I'll be at work, but I got TV.
Oh, so you're not gonna be part of the draft then, huh? You want me to draft for you? I'll pick your team for you.
No, we're gonna be online. I got computer. I got a TV.
Where's our tax dollars going? You just gonna be chilling on the computer? What city you working for?
Draft. Hey, and for the record,
don't worry about that.
Draft.
Don't worry about that. That's the life I live.
The draft is Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you guys tune in. You can have a draft. You can watch us on Sunday on your phone. Via your phone. Pull out your phone. Just have it on the phone. Watch it or whatever. And you can be watching the Hall of Fame game at the same time. Or you can watch it. If you got the Xbox, you can have the Hall of Fame game in the Snap or whatever, and you can be tuned in to us as well. So make sure you guys stay locked in, and we'll keep you updated. Make sure you guys, if you haven't tried to play the mock draft game, I'm gonna go back to it again so you guys can see that. It's at MaddenUnderground.com. You got a monthly giveaway. Boom, it's right there. And then you go to you just go ahead and play the game. You put your name in or your names. I don't know why it says names right there. Email. You got 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 32. You just order the teams of what you think they'll be drafted, and if you're right, then you just earned you a free copy of Madden 16. Can't get no simpler than that.
What time is the draft again on? What time is the draft on Sunday?
5 p.m. 5 p.m. 5 p.m.
Okay, cool.
And my face.
Big standard.
Hey. See, let me.
Right there at my computer.
Spade talk about my shiny face. Let me tell you why, bro. In this room, it's hot as hell. You know what I'm saying? This ain't me just shining, nigga.
That's perspiration.
This is
you ain't glowing.
This is sweat. Although nigga like you, he like, hey, bro, you glowing right now.
Bruce Leroy.
I got you. I got on the life. I got on the life. You know, what you call that? Cross-colored shirt. You know, it's just, you know, we getting in over here. We got the shiny face.
You were serious about the cross colors, huh?
Yeah, I'm saying.
Making a comeback.
You know what I'm saying? You know. So, but yeah, no, for real, we got the mock draft. So make sure y'all tune in. He said, "Crack the window." Hey, I want to turn on my AC, but I don't want to be
directly in the fan.
Yeah, I don't want to, because soon as this is over, best believe this fan finna go on and the AC, everything finna be on,
You
man.
better get you like a cool towel.
Yeah, be sitting patting my head. You know, he like
You better go on that
Hey,
website, get you that cool towel.
Spaded him everything, and I'm wearing makeup. Like, did you put on makeup for the show? Because he's over there glowing.
Right.
Yeah, I got the Raider colors on, man. Black, and you know what I'm saying. I look like Martin in life right now. But yeah, man. So yeah, man. Just make sure y'all stay tuned. Go ahead and try to put in y'all picks for that mock draft. Check out the ratings on the site. Register. Make sure you guys register. It's quite simple. I'm gonna go to register now so you guys can see that. Boom. Register. You read.
Hey. Let me just give one piece of advice, because you know we got less than 2 weeks before the demo. Well, the game is out basically. Just whatever y'all do, please do not buy any ebooks between now and then.
Oh, please. Hey. Let me tell you something about these.
Buying an ebook, something.
Let me tell you.
Anyway.
Let me tell you something about these ebooks. I'm gonna tell you something why you shouldn't buy ebooks. For the simple fact that majority of the stuff that's put on these ebooks has come from something else. Has come from someone else. You know, so it's not like you sitting there like you watching the ebook. Are you making an ebook on your own? Or somebody made it because it's something original?
No, it's not him. It's somebody else.
You know, so it's just
that little boy's funny. He always be rocking around with grips.
So it's crazy, man.
Shit.
So we'll see though. We'll see. But make sure you guys register. And on top of that, if you register, man, you'll be getting